Physicians spend their lives helping others, but one doctor in Port Colborne is taking his work to extreme lengths. It's hard to get Dr. Derek Rivers to sit still these days. Rivers is in the final stages of training for Ironman Arizona. The one-day endurance competition will see athletes swim, bike, and run 226 kilometers to the finish line.
I did an Ironman early in the year, which was for me, and that was in June, and I just felt the season wasn't over with, so I thought, if I'm going to do another one, it's going to be for a good purpose. So I decided to look at the different Ironmans that were still available, and I saw that Smile Train was offering charity spots in Arizona. So I decided, gave it some thought, and said, I'm going to do that.
Smile Train, an international children's charity, is what is motivating Rivers for his third Ironman triathlon. Smile Train provides free surgery to disadvantaged children who suffer from cleft lip and cleft palate.
It's a developmental anomaly which happens to a fetus before they're born. And the condition in North America with modern medicine is easily and readily available to get treatment. But in other areas, third world and more poorer countries, there's just no access to treat that kind of thing. So unfortunately, the children suffer. So this charity provides funding, and there's lots of surgeons and other physicians who specialize in that disorder that do the actual work.
Triathlons are individual in nature, but Rivers and other like-minded athletes will compete under the umbrella of Team Empower. Those wearing the Team Empower jersey have all committed to raise significant amounts of money for Smile Train.
I think there's 100 or so athletes on Team Empower. Each of us has agreed to raise a minimum of $5,000 US towards the charity. In exchange for that, you become a member of the team and you get a free entry into Ironman Arizona, other than the small registration fee. And it's an individual sport, but you're still cycling as a team for the bigger cause. And I think right now they've raised over $600,000.
A chance meeting with a triathlete while on vacation was the catalyst for Dr. Rivers.
When I first started, I could not swim. I could float around. I wasn't going to drown, but I really couldn't swim any distance. So I learned how to swim. And I had cycled on a mountain bike or a BMX, but I had never really cycled. So I learned how to cycle properly and got a proper bike. And the most I'd ever run was a few kilometers. So what I did is I started off training for a half marathon. Did a couple of those. And in the meantime, I started working on my cycling and my swimming. And then I did a couple sprint triathlons. Then I did an Olympic triathlon. Then I did a half Ironman. Yeah, and then I did another half Ironman, and then I did a full Ironman. So it took 2 years really from start to my first Ironman to get into it. Now I already had a good athletic base, but it was challenging.
As of today, how are you feeling?
I'm pretty much on track. I had a few setbacks over the last few months with just being tired and having some pain in my knees, but I've struggled with that for a couple of years now. It's a little bit of rest and I got back on track, but I'm basically ready to go.
You can help support Dr. Rivers by visiting smiletrain.org. Reporting for The Source in Port Colborne, I'm Heather Fraser.